Welcome back, MechWarriors. Greetings. It is surely a fine day for kicking some falcon tail. Kriaf? We're on mission 2 of the campaign. Operation Flame Tongue. Corralite instruction follows. Decode Fang Protocol Galaxy Alpha 327th 3rd. That means the Alpha Galaxy 327th Cluster 3rd Binary, I believe. That's us. We are on the front lines. Cool stuff, huh? Sudeten is our next target. It is our intention to attack the Jade Falcon forces in 2 zones, the grassy plains of Dargoth and the port city of Webster. Falcon garrison units anticipating our attack appear to be on training maneuvers in the grassy western plains. Satellites have identified multiple mechs with training configurations in the area. Your unit is to perform a coordinated strike against multiple targets within this zone. Codename Flame Tongue, Planet Sudeten, Terrain Prairie, Time Day. After landing, you will perform a strike against the fuel pumping facility at Nav Alpha and the Harden HQ close to Nav Beta. Destroy both structures. Follow the Nav sequence and return to Nav Gamma for a dust-off. Destroy any and all opposition you encounter and keep your eyes open for targets of opportunity. Objectives: Primary, destroy the pumping station at Nav Alpha. Primary, destroy the Hardened HQ at Nav Beta. Secondary, destroy all defending units. Tertiary, destroy any targets of opportunity. Return dust-off site Nav Gamma. This mission actually does have a target of opportunity, so we're going to keep our eyes peeled for that as we perform our strike against the Jade Falcon presence in this area. Let's look at the situation. To bolster the bluff that all of the wolf forces would be attacking the Falcons, Sakan Felon and his Delta Galaxy needed to attack at least one system in the Jade Falcon occupation zone before jumping for the inner sphere. That system was Sudeten. The Falcons had beefed up their garrison on the planet to slow the wolf advance, and so Khan Felon's forces would be outnumbered almost 2-to-1 on the killing fields of the grassy world. Khan Felon compensated for his disadvantage by splitting his forces into 2 separate units. His lighter, faster mechs laid an ambush for the Falcon defenders along the grassy, tree-covered hills of Sudeten's western plains on the continent of Dargoth. The remaining wolf mechs headed toward the port city of Webster to harass the garrison forces stationed there and buy time for the trap to be set. Once those units were 100 kilometers outside of the city, Khan Felon called in aerospace fighter support from his dropships. Most of the fighting took place around the Webster Magna Rail station just outside the city limits. So it's a little interesting that apparently this mission involves the Delta Galaxy, even though we're supposed to be Alpha Galaxy warriors. So a little bit of creative liberty on the behalf of the game writers, but it's still an interesting mission. It's still early in the game, so we're still facing various cakewalks. This hints at some of what would happen as some of the strategy for Clan Wolf in the future. Basically what happens is Sakan Felon, second in command, takes a small amount of the wolf forces and moves them out of the Jade Falcon occupation zone and into the Wolf occupation zone, where they will later become Clan Wolf in exile when the upheaval of Clan Wolf happens later in the campaign. So we'll see that play out firsthand. Alright, let's get this started. One thing I did want to comment on briefly that I forgot to mention in the first mission is the soundtrack setting up some of the what would you call it? It's a bit of foreshadowing. The more traditional military-based ready room music that kind of gets you excited for more attack kind of missions, and the majority of the Clan Wolf campaign involves attack missions on the Jade Falcon forces. And it's the opposite in the Jade Falcon campaign, which we'll see when we complete the Wolf campaign, is more defensive missions and some various sneak type missions, sneak style missions, and the Jade Falcon music is more sneaky sounding, kind of sinister sounding, which is pretty cool. It sets up some of the what you'll face. Let's take a look at our mech lab.
Nova.
So, the Keshik is suggesting a Nova for this mission, and I believe that we should be good to go with the Nova. The Nova is a mid-size medium mech. It's got decent speed. I believe it's 5'8". No, it's 6'9". 300 divided by 50 is 6. That's how the movement rate is determined, by the size of the engine divided by the mass of the mech. So 300 divided by 50 means it has a walking movement of 6 and running movement of 9, which puts it in the heavy scout recon strike range as far as speed. And it's got 18 heat sinks for its complement of lasers. The primary configuration is a bit different than in Canon, because the Canon Nova has 12 ER medium lasers. It's got 6 in each arm here, and there's also a fist. It's one of the various clan mechs that has hand actuators. Obviously, they're not modeled in the game with this low polygon count, but they fit right in the middle there where that circle is, and then the 6 medium lasers are arranged around it. So because there's only 10 weapon slots in this game, that takes some creative liberty. So we've got 7 medium lasers and then 2 medium pulse lasers to compensate for the remaining lack of weaponry, and then an ER small laser, because why not? So we're just going to go ahead and take the standard version. Let's see, we are not going to be allowed any star mates for a while, so we'll be on our own. And I'll demonstrate a little bit of the weaknesses of the Nova as we go along. It doesn't have any torso twisting ability, but on a mission this early, we should still be good to go. It does have jump jets as well, so I'll demonstrate some of that.